Time, let's talk royals. Well, last week it was dominated, wasn't it, about Prince Andrew? What did he, didn't he know? Was he going to be? He is going to be leaving his 30-room mansion in Windsor, Royal Lodge.
For nearly 20 years, the grand halls of Royal Lodge have hidden a most unusual royal story. That of a divorced couple who never truly separated. Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, once the Duke and Duchess of York, continued to live together under the same roof, presenting themselves as a modern symbol of loyalty, friendship, and forgiveness. But now, those same walls that once echoed with laughter and family life are closing in. The picture-perfect narrative they so carefully built is starting to fracture, weighed down by scandal, public criticism, and what insiders describe as rising personal tension between the two. Sarah Ferguson, affectionately known to millions as Fergie, has been Andrew's most unwavering defender through every accusation, every court battle, and every headline that threatened to destroy his reputation. When others turned away, she stayed. She spoke warmly of him in interviews, shared family photos with pride, and insisted their relationship transcended the limits of marriage or divorce. To her, they were living proof that separation didn't have to mean bitterness. They were, in her words, the happiest divorced couple in the world, but happiness has limits. After years spent in the shadow of Andrew's controversies, Fergie may finally have reached her breaking point. Sources close to the Windsor estate now reveal that she is preparing to leave Royal Lodge, and perhaps to leave Andrew behind for good. Royal Lodge itself is no ordinary home. The 30-room Georgian mansion sits deep within the manicured grounds of Windsor Great Park, a symbol of royal tradition and privilege. It was there that Andrew and Sarah raised their daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, celebrated holidays, and maintained the illusion of a functional, if unconventional, family. For Sarah, the home offered stability after years of humiliation and financial strain. For Andrew, it was a reminder of his royal stature, the grand estate of a queen's son. But today, that symbol stands tainted, overshadowed by scandal and resentment. The pressure on Andrew to leave didn't begin with King Charles. It started under Queen Elizabeth herself, who watched with growing concern as her second son's scandals deepened. His association with Jeffrey Epstein and the accusations brought by Virginia Giuffre permanently stained his reputation and shook the monarchy to its core. Though Andrew has always denied wrongdoing, the damage was undeniable. By 2022, the Queen stripped him of all military titles, royal patronages, and even his official style as His Royal Highness. In every sense but blood, he was exiled from royal life. Yet he remained at Royal Lodge, shielded by the very institution he had embarrassed. It was later revealed that Andrew had been paying only a symbolic peppercorn rent for the mansion, despite holding a 75-year lease and reportedly spending millions on renovations. To the public, it was the final insult. A disgraced prince living in luxury at the expense of taxpayers. King Charles, determined to modernize and slim down the monarchy, has made it clear that such indulgences can no longer continue. Andrew, however, refused to budge. He claimed his lease was binding and that his financial investment justified his stay. But palace insiders say preparations for his removal are already underway. Frogmore Cottage, once home to Harry and Meghan Markle, has been suggested as his next residence. Yet even here, complications arose. Andrew reportedly refused to move without Sarah and demanded that she be given a separate property, possibly Adelaide Cottage, which is currently occupied by Prince William and Princess Catherine. The request was met with disbelief and anger, viewed by many as tone-deaf and entitled. Behind the headlines, though, lies something more human. Exhaustion, resentment, and emotional strain. Friends close to the couple say Sarah is tired of the endless scrutiny of defending a man whose name has become synonymous with scandal. The resurfacing of Andrew's old emails to Epstein has only deepened her frustration. For Fergie, whose own reputation has been fragile for decades, this new wave of controversy may be the one she cannot overcome. The once busy home at Royal Lodge is now said to be filled with silence and tension. The fairy tale of the happiest divorced couple has dissolved into an uncomfortable truth. Two people bound by history, but broken by reality. Their daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie, who have tried valiantly to balance family loyalty with public respectability, now face their own reckoning. They cannot shield their parents forever. If Andrew and Sarah truly leave Royal Lodge, it will mark the end of an era. The mansion that once stood as a symbol of resilience and family unity will instead become a monument to denial. For Andrew, it is the ultimate fall from grace. For Sarah, it may be the painful beginning of long overdue freedom, because sometimes even love or loyalty cannot survive the weight of truth. King Charles has made it clear that sentiment and family loyalty will not stand in the way of his mission to reshape the monarchy. He intends to modernize it, streamline it, and ensure that the crown reflects accountability rather than entitlement. And in doing so, he's forcing those within the family, especially Sarah Ferguson, to face the consequences of choices made long ago. For Sarah, this moment feels like the final reckoning. Over the years, she's made decisions that were sometimes admirable, but often deeply misguided. When the Epstein scandal first broke, she could have stepped away, distanced herself from Andrew, and rebuilt her identity apart from royal controversy. She could have protected her reputation rather than sacrificing it for a man whose behavior became increasingly indefensible. But instead, she chose loyalty. She defended Andrew publicly, stood by him privately, and held onto the image of an unbreakable bond that defied royal convention. Now, that loyalty has brought her to the edge of an uncertain future. The question she faces is simple, but devastating. Will she continue standing by Andrew, accepting the isolation and disgrace that come with it? Or will she finally, after all these years, choose herself? Financially, the stakes could not be higher. Sarah has long had a complicated relationship with money, marked by bankruptcy scares, mounting debts, and an inability to sustain the lifestyle she once enjoyed as a duchess. The comfort of living at Royal Lodge spared her from financial chaos. Protected under the roof of crown property with minimal expenses, she managed to maintain stability. But if she leaves, that safety net disappears. Her book deals bring in modest sums, but not enough to fund a life in the costly surroundings of Windsor. Endorsement offers have dried up, and speaking engagements, once a reliable source of income, are now scarce. The mere association with the Epstein scandal has made Sarah a name many organizations prefer to avoid. Andrew's situation is even more precarious. His fortune has been drained by legal settlements and a lack of income. The multi-million-pound payout to Virginia Giuffre in 2022 left him nearly destitute, with much of the money reportedly coming from the sale of a Swiss chalet and personal assistance from the late Queen. Now, without royal duties or a public role, he has no legitimate way to rebuild his finances. And yet, both Andrew and Sarah continue to request separate crown properties, a demand that many view as astonishingly out of touch. The irony is painful. Two people demanding homes they cannot afford to maintain, sustained only by titles that no longer carry real authority. To observers, it's a reflection of how detached from reality they've become, unable to see that their positions within the royal family have changed forever. History, too, offers them little comfort. When King Edward VIII abdicated for love in 1936, he and Wallis Simpson spent the rest of their lives in exile, never fully forgiven by the crown. While Andrew has not abdicated, his effective banishment from royal life carries a similar sting. Once the monarchy decides that you are more burden than benefit, the door rarely opens again. Sarah's relationship with the royal family has always been fragile. Even during her marriage, she was viewed as too loud, too informal, and too unpredictable for the refined world of Windsor. After her divorce, she became an outsider, tolerated only for the sake of her daughters. Her exclusion from Prince William's wedding in 2011 made that reality painfully clear. The late Queen remained polite but distant, never forgetting the tabloid humiliations and financial missteps that once embarrassed the crown. King Charles has been far less forgiving, seeing her not as family, but as a lingering source of distraction and scandal. Now Sarah stands alone. With no powerful allies and little goodwill left inside the palace, even her daughters, though devoted, can only do so much to protect her. The question remains, where will she go if she leaves Royal Lodge? Some suggest she could retreat abroad to France or Switzerland, while others think she may settle near her daughters, dedicating herself to family life and her grandchildren. But these paths require money she may no longer have, and a humility she's rarely shown. Adjusting from private jets and designer gowns to budget flights and modest living would mark an enormous shift for the woman once known as the Duchess of York. For both Andrew and Sarah, leaving Royal Lodge is more than a move. It's an awakening. It forces them to confront a harsh truth. Their relevance was never their own. It was borrowed from the institution that now wants nothing more to do with them. The happiest divorced couple in the world narrative that once charmed the press has finally unraveled. Without the grandeur of Windsor as their backdrop, they are simply two aging figures clinging to the echoes of privilege and the memory of what used to be. For King Charles, this moment is about more than family. It's about leadership. By refusing to bow to sentiment, by rejecting the demands for royal privilege without purpose, he's signaling a new era. The days of unchecked indulgence and quiet cover-ups are ending. But that renewal comes at a cost. It means exposing the cracks in a family already fractured by decades of scandal. As the moving trucks prepare to pull away from Royal Lodge, the image is clear. An era is ending. What remains is uncertain. Can Sarah and Andrew salvage dignity from the wreckage? Or will history remember them as the couple who mistook loyalty for love and privilege for purpose? The fairy tale of the happiest divorced couple in the world has reached its final page. And this time, the ending isn't written in gold. It's written in regret.